Three newborn honey badger cubs, blind, helpless, alone in a burrow while their mother hunts. A mature Saharan horned viper finds the entrance. She comes back to two. Below the surface of the savanna, in a burrow narrow enough to block out every sound from above, three newborn honey badgers lie curled against each other in the dark. They were born days ago. Their eyes have not opened yet. They have no awareness of the landscape above them, no instinct developed enough to register danger, no ability to move beyond the small, warm radius of each other. They exist in a state of pure dependence on the burrow walls around them, on the darkness that conceals them, and on their mother, who left to hunt and has not yet returned. Above ground, the savanna is quiet in the way it is always quiet when nothing has yet gone wrong. That is about to change. A mature Saharan horned viper moves across the sand with the low, unhurried efficiency of an animal that has never needed to rush. Its body follows the ground exactly, each ripple of movement controlled and deliberate. Its tongue flicks continuously, not tasting air the way the phrase suggests, but building a precise chemical map of everything within range. Something on that map does not belong. It follows the scent to a burrow entrance, narrow and concealed, cut into the earth at an angle that makes it invisible from more than a meter away. The savanna above it is completely undisturbed. There is no sound from inside. But for a viper hunting by scent, silence offers no refuge. It enters. What happens inside the burrow is hidden from the surface entirely. The savanna above does not register it. The dry grass continues moving in the light breeze. The open ground holds its stillness. Whatever is unfolding in the dark below leaves no visible mark on anything above. When the viper eventually emerges, it moves away from the entrance without urgency. The burrow is quiet again, but it is not the same. The mother honey badger returns across the open ground with the focused, ground-covering stride of an animal that knows exactly where it is going. She does not hear anything wrong. She detects it. The scent hits her before she reaches the entrance viper, present, recent, not a faint trace carried on a shifting breeze. Something that was here, something that may still be. She does not slow down to assess. There is nothing to assess. Her cubs are in that burrow. She moves. The viper is at the entrance. Whether it returned, whether it never left it, is here now. And the mother honey badger drives straight into the confrontation without a pause between detection and action. The intruder is pulled into the open. The confined concealment of the burrow entrance becomes open ground, and what was hidden is now visible to everything around it. A mature Saharan horned viper strikes fast enough to kill, precise enough to end most encounters within seconds. Its venom is not something a small animal survives through strength alone. The honey badger does not fight this viper the way a careful animal would. She does not circle, does not probe for weaknesses, does not conserve energy for a prolonged exchange. She presses forward. The viper strikes. She moves. The viper strikes again. She moves again and comes back in. Every evasion is immediately followed by renewed pressure, not because it is the tactically optimal approach, but because she has no remaining capacity for tactics. Her cubs are in that burrow. The viper launches strike after strike, each one fast enough that the margin between contact and evasion is measured in fractions of a second. The honey badger absorbs the pace of the exchange and keeps generating pressure regardless. There is no absolute victor emerging from this, only relentless force meeting relentless resistance, both of them being gradually worn down by the encounter. The viper withdraws, not defeated in any clean sense, exhausted, outpressed. It moves away from the burrow entrance, and the mother honey badger does not pursue it. She stands motionless for a moment, making no attempt to follow. Then she turns and goes back inside. Inside, in the corner where she left them, two newborns are curled together. Two. She lowers her head and licks them slowly, carefully, the way mothers do when checking, when confirming, when making sure that what remains is still here and still breathing. She stays close. Her grooming is unhurried, deliberate, the kind of attention that has nowhere else to be. The darkness of the burrow holds the weight of what happened here. The savanna above will not record it. Tomorrow it will be as though nothing occurred on this patch of ground. The grass will move in the same breeze. The sand will hold new tracks over the old ones. But she knows, and for a long time she does not move from the corner where 2 of her 3 cubs are still warm against the ground. Across Africa, the honey badger has built a reputation that travels well beyond its size. It lives across an extraordinary range, scorching desert, open savanna, dry woodland, rocky terrain, and eats almost anything it can find. Rodents, insects, birds, eggs, reptiles, prey buried beneath the ground that no other predator in the area would think to dig for. A sense of smell sharp enough to locate food, hidden from every other hunter nearby. Forelimbs and long claws built for serious excavation through sand, hard soil, and compacted earth. But the physical tools are only part of what today showed. The honey badger's defining quality, the thing that separates it from animals with comparable strength or comparable weapons, is that it does not quit when the situation becomes unreasonable. It does not recalculate when the odds shift. When something blocks its path, it pauses, finds a different angle, and continues. Every obstacle is treated as a problem that has a solution, not a signal to stop. Today, that quality was not applied to food or territory or survival in the conventional sense. It was applied to 2 cubs in a dark burrow. She went into that fight without armor, without venom, without any of the advantages the viper carried. She went in because there was no version of that moment in which she did not. And she came out the other side still standing, still between her cubs and everything outside. Not the largest predator on this landscape, not the fastest, not the most venomous, just the one that does not stop. In the end, today, that was enough. Leave a comment with the animal you want Fauna to cover next. We read everyone. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and we will see you in the next story.